Hello friends, welcome to our new course AWS Cloud Careers and Roles in CloudPedagogy channel. I'm so excited to be here with you. So what are we going to be covering in this course? We'll be talking about the different kinds of job roles that you will find in the IT industry. We will learn what it means to say something is moving to the cloud and why modern IT organizations are getting rid of those physical data centers. You will discover the benefits of transitioning to the AWS cloud and what it means for on-premises IT job roles. There is no real duties or responsibilities except having to explain to your relatives what the cloud is and how it's not something that's floating in the sky. We will talk about how the cloud is the new normal and then move on to something terminology that you are going to hear in the IT world. Also talk about application programming interfaces, commonly called APIs. They are the gateways to the cloud. Everything in the cloud is simply an API call away. We will explore their responsibilities and get a feel for what these jobs do every day. So first, why does cloud computing matters at all? Cloud computing has been around for several years. For some people, cloud seems to be the new normal, while others are still trying to figure out what the cloud is and if this is something they should be considered. To understand cloud computing, let's compare with it something that most of you can relate to, which is traditional IT. Let's understand traditional IT. In the traditional world of computing, you need to have a physical computer or a server to run your applications. As your business starts growing, you may need to purchase additional hard drives for storage, upgrading process power to make your computer work faster, or maybe you buy several other computers to make sure your business has no interruptions. On days with lower demand, you still have to pay for all of your equipment. Just think about it, the cost of all the physical computers, the electricity that is powering them, the security of both hardware and software, the facilities if you choose to have a dedicated space, and of course the infrastructure teams who make sure everything is up and running. There's a lot to think about with traditional IT. You have to plan in advance, pay upfront, and hope to meet your expectations. Now let's see with the cloud provider, which is AWS. Public cloud computing services like AWS provides the complete opposite. You no longer need to invest in hardware facilities, the security and maintenance. The cloud provider you choose will take care of that. For example, at AWS, we have multiple regions around the world with physical servers. When you deploy an application, the application takes space on a server in the region that you choose. AWS is responsible for the physical infrastructure so that you can focus on what matters most, like planning, building, and managing your applications. The ability to launch your business in minutes and reach customers around the world are some of the main advantages of the cloud computing. You can stop guessing capacity if you don't know how fast your business is going to grow. Start small and scale the environment based on your demand. All of this done by paying only when you use computing resources and for the amount that you use. This brings us to the question, what actually is cloud computing? Cloud computing is the delivery of computing resources such as storage databases, networking, analytics, and other application services over the internet when you need them. That too with pay-as-you-go pricing. You don't own or maintain physical servers. All you need is access to the internet. Your cloud provider will provide everything else to run the applications. Let's look into some of the benefits of cloud computing. Reliability. Cloud computing is considered to be more reliable than traditional IT. Instead of keeping your applications in one place, somewhere on premises, with cloud computing, you can mirror your application on servers in multiple locations. Next, flexible. Cloud computing is also flexible because you can customize your environment and replace different pieces as you find more suitable options. Imagine you have an e-commerce application that is living on the website. Customers love the gadgets you sell, and it turns out to be a great gift. Right before the holidays, you are anticipating an increase in gadgets orders. You are starting to worry that the application server will not handle a spike in requests. In the old days of traditional IT, you would consider moving your application to a server with more processing power, but you will end up having to pay for extra space when the demand drops. With cloud computing, you can customize your environment to automatically scale out and scale back to handle all of the orders. This is a form of flexibility that only cloud computing can provide. Next, cloud computing is fast. Instead of purchasing hardware, waiting for weeks until it arrives, installing everything, and then deploying software, cloud applications can go live in minutes. This also leads cloud computing to be more cost efficient. Next, pay as you go. Launching applications requires no upfront expense. You pay only when your applications are running. Finally, cloud computing can offer great security. As I mentioned earlier, at AWS, we are responsible for the security of physical infrastructure. You also have many services and tools to help you secure applications inside the cloud. I hope we had a great starting session in our course. I wish you are going to find this course interesting and informative. Also, appreciate your time and see you again in my next session. Until then, have a great day with new learnings.